I miss my dad. He's our hero, isn't he? Dads are just, wow, they're wonderful things. You just can't do without them. My dad was a World War II vet, but that's another story for another day. So here I am, Steve Roberts. Yeah, I have a love of cars. I have a love of lots of different things in my life. It all wouldn't have been possible without my dad. So I made my own way in life, did the best I could. Like you can see here from the few of the pictures, mucked around with cars a fair bit. Got involved in a bit of community work, tried to give back, built my own business, had some fun, had some failures, got into cricket. Cricket introduced me to the world of coaching cricket. Coached some superstars, some minor players, some major players. And then I found myself looking for possibilities. And here it is, Kathmandu, Nepal. What an amazing place. What can you expect from this video? I'm not sure. Let's see how we go. There's going to be a bit of blood on the floor. There's going to be some great moments, but I hope you're not too bored with it. I hope you can live with my journey. This is my journey of me and my bullet through Nepal. I really hope you enjoy it. The Royal Enfield, what a classic machine. What a better way to discover this country. It's fantastic. And to choose a colour, what do? Just got to go for it. So yes, my journey started here. After a few years of trying a few night buses and a few crazy jaunts across the country, I decided to purchase a 2014 Royal Enfield 350 Classic for around the princely sum of $2,800 or so dollars. What a machine it turned out to be. The bike's taken me from far east to far west, from Mahendranagar to Kakavita, from Kakavita back to Mahendranagar, and many places in between. Pokhara, all sorts of places. Enjoy the journey. When you get to the crossroads, there's no signpost. You've got no idea where you're going. You're going to have to bite the bullet, so to speak, and get on with it. Well, this is Maya Pokhari, I think. No real idea. Signage is never clear. But that's just my poor Nepali reading skills. I think that this is the lake that they're talking about. And I have no idea what the elevation here is, but we are really, really high. So it's a beautiful little village. It's just started to drop a little bit of rain. And that was the road that I came up, parts of which were horrendous. I am way, way, way up above Duran. This road that I have no idea where it goes to, but it's so peaceful. I'll just stop here for the view. But then there's magnificent spider. It's huge. between these two trees. Just amazing. I've actually stopped because I'm running the bullet up, and I don't know if you can see the road, but it's looking pretty difficult for this short little piece. But I'm going to give it a go. Let's see how we go. You can see it's really rocky. There's a quite big section up there that's quite nice. But see how we go. Sorry about my photography skills, pretty crappy. So I had to swap my bike because my bike started smoking really badly this morning. So I've hopped onto this one. This is one of the company bikes, Ride and Dare Motorcycle Club. This is one of the other bikes, Crossfire, Chinese version. We had a bit of trouble starting it this morning, but it's okay now. It's one of the other boys' bikes. And we're stopped here because we've got a puncture on the Look at these elephants. You think it's safe to pass? It's okay?
I think.
You think?
This is mother.
His mother? Horse. Have a look at the size of this one. This is huge. Wow. She's beautiful. Really beautiful. Namaste, how are you? Good, good, good.
नाम के हो यो हात्तीहरुको चाहिँ? यहाँ बस्न पाइन्छ माथि पनि? बस्न मिल्दैन। सुन भन्नु। सर प्लिज नाइ।
Happy New Year from Nepal. It's 2079 BS here. BS doesn't stand for bullshit, but it stands for flat front tyre. Yep, I'm about an hour and a half up out of Duran in the eastern part of Nepal, and yes, I have a flat tyre. Yeah, let's just say coming down one of these roads is going to be interesting. I've already come down for about half an hour. Way up there somewhere, as you can see. Some great roads. You don't need to go off-road here. You don't need to go and tear up those natural environments or the sensitive probiotic earth. You can stay on these roads and have a great time. Of course, getting a flat front tyre is not ideal, but it's all part of the gig. Have a happy new year, everybody. Hope it's the best year for you guys. They say you should stop and smell the roses. Well, here in Nepal, there's some amazing flowers. It's just a little bit of a day out on New Year's Day here in Nepal. 2079. I've just been up one of the local hills, mountains. Found my wife some nice flowers. Got myself a flat front tyre. And my brothers. She nearly took my leg off on the way past, so it's all good fun. But yep, stop and smell the roses. It's a great day. Enjoy. called an impasse. That's called try to get on another day. Oh well, that's life. So we just completed a massive ride to Kathmandu, which was 12 to 14 hours with a couple of stops. And as you can see, I've been parked up for a couple of days afterwards, been in the rain. And she's got a bit rusty, and I'm just going to have to clean this chain up before I spray it up. So I've started getting the old toothbrush out, and sorry about that, and just going to give it a bit of a scrub off with the toothbrush. Then I'll give it a bit of a spray up.
Spray up?
Okay, so I've spent about 30 minutes,
Yes.
45 minutes, just about, giving it a real good clean, but I can still hear the grit and things spin around. I'm going to give it a big spray with the WD-40. I have to spray it from all the directions, because you've got to, obviously got to spray, you want to get inside there, and inside from that direction there. You also got to get the outside, and then this outside. So you really need to spray 4 times to give it a real good go, and then I'm going to give it a real good soak, and then a wipe off. So we've given it a soak with the WD-40. We've hit it again with the toothbrush in 4 directions to try and get inside and outside. And we've removed most of the surface rust. There's a couple of spots here and there. And now we're going to spray it with this product. This is quite a good one, although here in Nepal it comes into ends up being a very sticky form of lubricant, which is good because it goes inside and sticks inside, but also obviously it attracts the dust, and the dusty roads are really bad here. There's dusty roads most places, so you've got your on-road conditions, but there's many unmade roads. So I'm a little bit not sure on what to go with. I may actually go with a more thin lubricant rather than the sticky one, but I'm sticking with this one at the moment, and I give it another go, and we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to spray it up, and obviously it's got to be done from both directions. It's got to be sprayed on in between here. You've got to get in the rollers. You've got to get into the rollers in there. It's not really important to go on the roller surface. You've got to get in the sides of the chain, because that's where all the action is insides. As you can see, I've still got a bit of rubbish in there, so I really need to give that another wipe. This might be a 2-part process. I reckon I'm going to have to do this a couple of days in a row. So I'm not sure how to explain this, but we've been driving since 6:30 this morning, and it's approximately 4:30 in the afternoon, and we've travelled about 220 kilometres in all that time. But just have a look at, I don't know if you can get the concept of how steep this is, but it's like from down the bottom there up to here, I'm going to say it's 2,000 metres, but maybe it's only 1,000. But anyway, I'll check in a minute and update the story. But this is amazing. We're on our way to Jumla. I think this place, they do a lot of movie shooting. I think it's like Manang or something like that.
पानी डाल दो।
And then of course you remember that you're in Nepal and there's this problem. It's just absolutely terrible what they do. Anyway. Good morning from Gorkha in Nepal. Here we are again riding in the shadows of the mighty Himalayas. What an amazing place. Wake up to see these Himalayan ranges. bend on that. Bent. That's what happens when you go through Nepali roads and have a big hit. Good morning. Here we're up near Lele in Kathmandu Valley. We've found this little memorial park to a very sad event. September 1992, the loss of Pakistani International Airlines flight PK268. And there's a small memorial built here, and obviously there's a pathway up. I'm just meant to move up to that pathway. Here we go, another little update on that journey I'm taking, and I've just made my way, as you saw before, all the way up this road. I'm heading up and over that range, but it actually turned to dirt, unfortunately, but it was all right. There was 4 or 5 water crossings along the way. Thankfully it's winter time and it wasn't too wet or deep, so it's just a couple of inches of water. Have a look at these terraces here. So we're out in the middle of nowhere. We really are out in the middle of nowhere. And they've just terraced all these hills. It's just amazing the amount of work these people do. And I'm going to go up and over there somewhere. Hopefully down the other side. We'll be on the way home. Touch wood. Bullet's going okay. So just a few moments ago I was down there a little bit and I was heading up this road. And I've just headed up this road and came to the top, and as you can see there's my bullet park there. I'm just going to walk, try and give you the impression of what it gave me when I came over the top of the hill. It's pretty damn amazing. Look at that down there. So that's the road. Namaste. How are you?
I'm fine.
What is this?
This is a Gauri Bazar.
Gauri Wada.
Gauri Bazar.
Thank you so much. Fantastic. What a beautiful view.